Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to be breaking down the persuasive journey of a supplement sales page. We'll use this page for a product called Nerve Revive 360 as our example to really see how these websites are designed to guide you from just being curious to actually making a purchase.
So, have you ever found yourself on one of these really long scrolling sales pages and just wondered, how does this thing even work? Well, we're going to break down the exact structure and the psychological tricks they use to lead you from a vague worry all the way to that Buy Now button. You know, every single persuasive story starts with a conflict, right? For a sales page like this one, that means connecting with you immediately, tapping into a core problem or an anxiety that you, the visitor, might already be feeling.
Okay, let's dive right into this first section. The main goal here is to create an instant emotional connection. And the way they do it is by shining a big spotlight on some really common anxieties we all have about our health and getting older.
And boom, right out of the gate, the story begins by tapping into this really subtle but incredibly powerful fear, uncertainty. It's not even about a big problem you have right now, it's about the anxiety of trying to future-proof your own health.
And check this out. This is a really brilliant shift they make here. Suddenly, the problem isn't just about nutrition or your body, it's the mental stress of having to worry about it. So the product is being set up as a solution not just for your physical health, but for your peace of mind.
And this is where that vague worry starts to feel really, really real. By listing these specific, cherished activities, the page is using a powerful psychological trigger called loss aversion. All of a sudden, it's not about some abstract thing like nerve health. It's about the very real possibility of losing the ability to hike or play with your grandkids.
All right, let's move on to the next step in this journey. Once that problem was firmly planted in your mind, the page pivots. It starts to introduce its product, Nerve Revive 360, as the perfect answer to all of those concerns it just brought up.
So look at how they define the product. It's not just about what's in it, but about the results it promises. And notice how that phrase, revive your peace of mind, directly ties back to the core anxiety we saw in that very first section. It's all connected.
And the way it's supposed to work is kept deliberately simple. The language is so positive, so non-threatening. It's not presented like a harsh medicine, but as gentle nourishment. And that's a much more appealing idea, isn't it?
Okay, now we're getting to an absolutely critical part of building trust and getting past your skepticism: social proof. The page shifts from making its own claims to showing you that, hey, other people just like you have already tried this and loved it.
So before you even read a single personal story, they hit you with this, a psychological anchor. A big, easy-to-digest number, like 99.5% satisfaction, immediately frames the product as a huge success. It creates a positive bias in your mind before you even get to the testimonials.
Now, pay close attention to this. Notice how each story connects the product directly back to one of those relatable activities they talked about earlier. Karen isn't just saying she feels better, she's saying she can garden again. That makes the benefit feel so much more real and achievable.
And there it is again. We're seeing that pattern, the reinforcement of that dual promise. Mark's story isn't just about his body. It's about the emotional benefit of reviving his peace of mind, which lines up perfectly with the problem they established at the start.
These stories are so vivid and so emotional, and that is absolutely by design. The sensory detail of feeling every grain of sand is way more powerful than just saying, "My feet feel better." It's meant to create a deep emotional connection, especially for anyone who's afraid of losing those simple pleasures in life.
Okay, so they've established the problem, they've presented the solution, and they've built trust with all those stories. Now it's time for the offer. And the way they present the price is very, very strategic. This kind of pricing table is a classic example of tiered value. That single bottle at $69 acts as an anchor price, and its whole job is to make the other packages look like a much, much better deal. Your focus is immediately guided to the lower per bottle price and those big total savings.
And this number, this is the one they really want you to see. By plastering the biggest possible saving, $300, front and center, they're framing the value. It makes the most expensive package also feel like the smartest financial choice you can make.
And just to sweeten the deal on those bigger packages, they throw in free digital bonuses. This is such a clever move because it dramatically increases how much value you think you're getting without adding any real shipping or handling cost for the seller.
All right, we're at the finish line now. Let's look at the closing techniques. This whole section is designed to do one thing: overcome any last-minute hesitation you might have and push you to make that purchase decision right now.
Just look at the combination of pressure tactics they're using here. You've got a countdown timer creating a sense of time running out, and then a quantity remaining number that suggests the product itself is running out. It's a 1-2 punch designed to make you act on impulse instead of thinking it over.
So to balance out all that pressure to buy, they use something called risk reversal. They try to take away all your fear of making a mistake. The money-back guarantee is broken down into these super simple, easy-to-follow steps, and highlighting that you can send back empty bottles and get a refund, no questions asked, is such a powerful way to lower the perceived risk for you, the buyer.
And this is just a fascinating final layer of reassurance. By throwing in a doctor guarantee, the page is borrowing authority from the medical profession. The idea they're planting is that your results should be so good that even a doctor would be impressed. And that adds this incredible layer of credibility to the whole offer.
So there you have it. From creating anxiety to offering a solution, backing it with stories, framing the price, and then closing with urgency and guarantees, we can see the entire persuasive blueprint laid out. It's a carefully crafted story designed to turn a visitor's worry into a customer's purchase. Now that you can see how it's built, how are you going to look at pages like this in the future?